All right, quick tutorial on the backtesting platform FX Replay. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So we're going to get right into it. If you sign in, this is what it'll look like. It'll show your dashboard. Now the dashboard isn't too important. It'll show you the time you've spent backtesting basically. So you can see that we spent about 23 days, 14 hours and 40 minutes backtesting. Historical time replayed, so the amount of time that we have backtested, well, it's close to 1,000 years, but that's because there's a lot of people on this, because the SMA group, our community, basically shares this account to everyone who's a member. Then the amount of trades you've taken and the overall win rate. It'll show you your win rate by day, your win rate per pair, and the time you've invested into certain days. Anyways, the most important thing is understanding sessions. So you want to create a session. Now, if you're going to create a session, you're going to click advanced session first of all. Why? Well, you want to create a strategy. You want to create your new strategy. Let's say your name is Pete. We're going to name it Pete Trades 4 Hour. So we're going to create that strategy. Now, every strategy that every session that we do on a certain pair is going to be linked to the strategy Pete Trades 4 Hour. All right, so now it says Pete Trades 4 Hour. So that is your strategy. Now, you can name that session whenever you want. You could name it, for example, Euro US Dollar 2023 4 hour swing strategy, whatever you prefer. Chart layout isn't really too important, so I'm not going to talk about that. Then you click next. You click the account balance that you want to start with. So in this case, it's $10,000. We're going to leave it at that. So that's the account that you're going to be trading with on historical data. Then you're going to select the asset. So let's say you want to click Euro Dollar. That's the pair that we want to trade. Then we click next. You can enable the spreads and commissions, so it's going to replicate the exact live market conditions. We're not going to do that for now, but that's something you could do if you prefer that. And now we're going to put in the initial date. So when do we want to test Euro Dollar? We want to test Euro Dollar in, let's say, 2023 from June 1st to, let's say, February of 2024. So we're going to select that date as the end date. Now, smooth candles is a little bit of a bullshit option if you ask me. It's not really useful, so we'll just leave that off. Then you click create session. Now, one thing you should know before we even start trading that session is if we click strategies and we go and look for our strategy, which was called Pete Trades 4 Hour, we see it show up right here. It'll show you the analytics. Now, there's no trades in here yet, so there's no analytics, but let's say we go back to the dashboard to the recent sessions and we see here Euro Dollar 2023 4 hour swing strategy. That's the session that we just created. So we're going to click play. We're going to click that play button, and now you see that we're thrown into a chart, and now essentially we're going to be playing price forward and taking our trades. So we're going to set this to the 4 hour time frame because we said we were going to be trading the 4 hour. And now every candle that you play ahead, that you skip ahead by pressing this arrow icon, is going to skip ahead one candle. So if you click the arrow, it's going to basically move one candle forward. Now, what you want to do is basically you want to take the trades. And the way to do that, you're going to essentially play price forward until you see a valid setup. So let's say your strategy tells you that this is the place where you want to take a buy. You now go on to the left-hand side, click the arrow, and you want to take a long position here. You can add that to your favorites bar down here by clicking the star icon. We're going to click long position. We're going to take it, put it there, drag our stop loss to the place that we want our price to be taken out, or our trade to be taken out. So let's say we want to drag it down here, and then we want to place our target, for example, up here. Mind you, this is not a real strategy. This is just me doing a random trade. Now, then in the top right, you'll see place order. Now, I'm not sure if my face cam is in front of it. No, it's not. You'll see place order. So what you do is you select the order, you go up to the right, you click place order, and it'll show you basically the exact order that it's willing to take. There's a couple things that you can change. You can turn it into a market order, meaning it'll execute it right off the bat. I'll show you that. It'll basically, if I play price forward, it'll open it right away. So that is a market order. We're going to talk about the other orders in just a minute. Now, if you play price forward, it'll tell you the exact P&L, pretty simple. And if it hits stop loss down here, it'll take you out. And then if you go up into profit, you can set your trade to break even by pressing the price icon down here where it says break even. You click that once and it'll set your trade to break even. Now, if you get stopped out, it'll automatically close that trade at break even. Then there's obviously multiple orders. Let's say you want to take a trade down here. We go and select that trade. We place the position tool once again. We go to place order, and then we go to where it says buy, and then we go to where it's market. We set that to limit order. So now it's changed into a limit order. Now you can also change the risk percentage by basically clicking those buttons up here. We're going to risk 2% of our account on this trade by selecting the 2% icon here. Then we go down and we want to take an auto break even, meaning we want our trade to hit break even automatically, or we want our stop loss to be set to break even automatically if we hit 1-to-1 R. So we're going to set that to 1 because it's 1-to-1 risk reward, 1 R. And then we're going to click save. Now, if we click save, you can see that the trade has been placed. If we play the price forward, it'll tag you in and it'll start playing forward. Now let's see what happens. We wanted to move our stop to break even at 1-to-1 R. We hit 1-to-1 R and you see that our stop has been moved to break even. Now, if we keep playing price forward and we get tagged out at take profit, you'll see that as soon as it hits the take profit level, you get taken out, and you can see down here that you have realized around $388. Now, if you click that little arrow down here, and you click to close positions, you'll see the trades that you've taken. You can journal those trades by clicking journal trade. It'll pop up a window and it'll allow you to take a screenshot by clicking add screenshot, and you can literally just save the trades, make notes, for example, counter trend, whatever, you can save it. Now, once you're done with your trading session, once you've done the entire year, you can go to view in analytics. Now, that'll show you the amount of trades that you've taken, the win rate, and basically your P&L per month. Now, we've only done 1 month, so it'll only show you June, but basically if you do that for an entire year, it'll fill up the entire year. I'll show you that in just a second. Now, if we go back to our strategy, we go back to P trades per hour, because that is our strategy's name, and we click analytics, we'll see the exact analytics of all the pairs combined. So right now we've only done 1 pair, but if we did 2 or 3 pairs, it'll show you all of the pairs combined. So we're going to take a look at someone else's data. For example, we're going to take a look at my data, which is called Sven INF. We're going to click analytics and it'll show you the exact data of all the pairs combined. So we can see that this is what it looks like. Right now we're at about a 60% win rate with a total of 81 trades. You can see your max losses in a row, you can see your max consecutive wins, and you can see what that looks like month to month basis, basically your monthly P&L. So, relatively simple FX replay tutorial. I'm not going into every feature of FX replay because it's just not necessary. There's no point in me going over every single feature. These are kind of the basics. This is what you need to know. It's not that difficult. It basically is just TradingView integrated into a backtesting software. So if you know how TradingView works, you'll know how FX Replay works in just a few minutes. Anyways, quick tutorial. I hope I was able to help out some of you guys. This is what I use. Like I said, I'm not going to go over every little detail of FX Replay because the majority of it's just unnecessary and stuff that you don't need. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.